I think we are live. Is it? Okay, we've got the yellow. It says live. That's exciting. Just give us a second here. We're just going to test this all. Make sure that we are, in fact, live. Okay, cool.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, terrific. So, hello, everyone. This is Richard, Short-Term Rental Secrets, and we are here in the studio. We were actually filming some content for an upcoming class that we're working on. But more importantly, right now, what we're going to talk about is the live giveaway. Thank you so much for all the comments. How many comments do you think we got?
Over 100.
Over 100 comments, which is just amazing. A lot of interest in winning this and in the sheets, and I think it's going to be really helpful for those that win. And if you don't win, we're going to talk about what you can do. But I also want to highlight the following. Later today is Friday, June 23rd. What time did you schedule this for?
I'll do it at 5 o'clock. 5
p.m. tonight. I think the single most personal video I've ever made relating to my goals and Airbnb and what I'm doing it for. It's called the 15-year plan is my why. And so that's going live today at 5 p.m. Really would love to encourage you to watch that, see if it resonates, see if there's bits and pieces you can pull from it for your own story and your own why. And I would love comments on that. But right now we're going to go ahead and we're going to pick the 5 winners of the sheets and 5 winners of the towels. Thank you for the people that are joining. We're getting more people joining. That's fantastic. So cool that people are interested and available at 11 o'clock on a Friday. How do I pull up the generator, Charles? By the way, I know he wants to hide behind the screen here, but yeah, you're hiding. There he is.
Let me help this guy out.
Yeah, I need all the help I can get. This is Charles. Everyone say hi to Charles.
What's up, guys?
Okay.
So we're going to want to share your screen.
Okay.
And then I guess you're going to have to just click over to this tab on
Okay, so go ahead and share the screen.
Okay, now we're going to want to quickly get over here.
Okay.
Let me just check on my phone to make sure it's working.
Okay.
And so you're just going to click. 1 second, guys. There's a little delay. Yeah, okay, it's working.
Okay, great.
Yep.
All right, so what are we going to do? 5 sheets first?
Well,
unless somebody says they have a towel. Okay,
if someone gets 5 towels, then we'll move on to sheets.
Okay, I tell you what, why don't you just write this down because, you know, I've got a bird brain, and this is going to be hard for me to do live and also keep track. Okay, so without further ado, here we go. The great giveaway of 2017. The first winner is Courtney Rose from Louisville, Kentucky. Queen set of sheets.
Queen sheets?
Yes. All right. Look, and you know, it's interesting. She's having this conundrum right now at her B&B. Only 1 washer and dryer and 11 beds. Oh my gosh, this couldn't go to a better person.
Oh,
Courtney,
yeah, that's great.
congratulations. Awesome. Want your feedback, please.
So Courtney can reach out to us on Facebook. Just send us a message saying you won, and then we'll send her a link to set up all our info, and we'll ship it to her.
Cool. Okay, so just to clarify, in case you couldn't hear Charles, he's a little bit away from the microphone. What we're going to ask you to do is to reach out to us on Facebook via Messenger and send us your email address. And from that email address, we are then going to email you a link on how you can get these, and we'll ship them to you for free. And we just ask for feedback and that you use them and enjoy them, and hopefully these help you in your business and promote great hosting. So, second one?
Yes.
Okay, second one here. Pick random comment. John Collins Palmer from Cartagena, Colombia would also like a queen size set of sheets. And he is a Wi-Fi millionaire. John Collins Palmer. Congratulations, my man.
John Collins.
Okay.
Let's check the live chat real quick.
Okay, how do I do that? Or you're doing
I'll do
it?
it on my phone.
Oh.
Hey, Stephanie. Bailey. Thanks again for the advice about cleaning fee yesterday.
Awesome.
Oh, cool.
Cool. So glad to be helpful here. All right, so am I moving on to the third one?
Yep.
Let's do this. Third one. Robert. I'm going to mispronounce your name, but you and I have been chatting. Neundorf. Apologies if I hacked that, but again, couldn't. Yep. Exactly. Yeah, we've been chatting back and forth, and we're going to send you a link here. It looks like you've got 6 sets of kings and 30 towels. So I think this is going to be really helpful in you running your business. So congratulations, Robert. Let's go.
I'll just put Robert.
Fourth one, Victoria Magana from Albuquerque, New Mexico. New hostess, full or queen set of sheets or towels. Loved my posts. Thank you so much, Victoria. We really appreciate your interest, and this is going to get you started. New Mexico. I love it.
Okay, so that's 4.
So right now we have Kentucky, New Mexico, Colombia, and I don't know where Robert's from. I think he's from
Texas.
Texas, maybe. But amazing. I mean, this is the whole power of like Airbnb, right? Not only, you know, all across the nation, but actually international. So, you know what I would say? Victoria was indifferent, so maybe we'll give her some towels. I don't know. We'll figure this out.
Well, full or queen.
Yeah. Okay, let's go on to the fifth one. Linda's World. I would love to try these sheets. We will try and find you a dry bath mat as well. It takes 3 dryer cycles. Okay, yeah, I'm with you. And she's in Temecula, California, host for a year and 2 months. All right, Linda, this is fantastic. Now,
so that's 5 sheets.
Yep. So what do they do if they want sheets and they didn't win sheets? Because now they're being entered into towels.
Yeah, so if any of you guys want sheets, there's a link below, and you can purchase them. We have probably 80 more sheets downstairs, and just go to the website and you can purchase if you weren't lucky enough to win these. But
all right, let's move on to the towels. And again, even if these people have selected sheets as what they primarily want, we're going to send towels. All right, first person, Julie Ramos. Thank you. I will buy some. Please pick some from Dallas, Texas. All right, well, Julie, if you're going to buy some, I guess you're going to buy some sheets, and we're going to send you some towels on the house. Another person from Texas. Dark Knight, Kwame Knights from Maryland. Started hosting only 1 month ago, requesting sheets, but we're going to send Mr. Dark Knight Kwame, who's been active on the Facebook group, so thank you very much, a set of towels. And what is the set? 2 towels and 2 hand towels.
yes.
And just to be clear, the people that are getting this, the sheets and also the sheets that are for sale, it's a kit. It's a fitted sheet, a flat sheet, and 2 pillowcases. So everything is a kit, including the towels. So how many more do we have?
3 more.
3 more. Let's do this. Richard Liu from Calgary, Canada. He followed my channel before he got started. Great job. That's so encouraging. That's wonderful. He's just been doing this for 2 months, but he's getting his sea legs and getting going. That's fantastic. That's so cool. So congratulations, Richard, and Canada. To add that to the international mix. Okay, and is this the last person?
This is it.
Last person is
Sorry, 2 more.
Oh, 2 more.
Yep.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Fabila Rutzen. Thank you for the advice. You'll definitely check them out. And she's from Puerto Rico. Brand new host. 2 weeks. Also requesting sheets, but she's going to get some towels. Fabiola, thank you so much. And lastly, Eric Christensen from St. Louis. He wants towels, and he's got towels. Eric.
I want to say he was the first person to comment on this video.
Was he the first person? Well, see, early bird gets the worm and the towels. The other thing that I want to just mention to you is to the extent that you're not following us on Facebook, we have a Facebook group, a private group. It's called Short-Term Rental Secrets. No surprise there. Please go ahead and request access to the group. We'd be delighted to join you and have you join us. And there's a lot of comments back and forth, not only from myself, but from the community. And that's really what we're building here. So please come over and check us out over at the Facebook group. And then also, oh yeah, this would be helpful if I'm not looking at the screen anymore.
Yeah, let's go back.
Also, we're on Instagram, and a lot of good things happening there as well. Also, Short-Term Rental Secrets on Instagram. Oh, there I am. And we have 12 viewers, which is, you know, actually 13 viewers, which is more than I thought that we would have in the middle of the day on Friday. But I appreciate all of your time. How do I see if there's any questions?
Okay, so.
But there has to be a way to do it on my. We're getting better at this. Like the next time we do something like this.
We're learning. So someone says they're definitely buying the towels.
Awesome.
Link below. Thanks for doing this. Love the Facebook group. Awesome, awesome. Congrats.
Hey guys, I just want to say that this is so. Hey Julie.
Julie,
Bailey,
you won.
Yeah, Julie
wants some towels, right?
Julie,
yeah.
You've got some towels coming. I just wanted to say that this is arguably the most fun thing I've ever done. Not the giveaway per se, but this whole channel and getting all of us together and learning from one another. And Charles, you know, you'll learn more about him. I think we've got videos coming out over time, but you know, he's now a super host, and just 5 months ago, he had never really done this before. He started learning about Airbnb and hosting really as a result of filming what we were doing. He'd been an Airbnb guest, has the app and done all that, but never really thought that people would use like his fold-out sofa. And now he's paid for his wedding and his honeymoon, and he's thinking about investing in his first property, which will be a real estate rental property. So like this stuff works, and he's living proof. So yeah. Super cool, having an impact, making a difference, and I really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, I think the evaluation is next week, so it's exciting.
That's so cool.
Looking for Facebook group. Julie, we'll put it let me just take it.
Hey, Chris, thank you so much.
I'm going to put a link in this chat, Julie. 1 second. Actually, let's see. Julie, check the description of this video. It's the 4th link. It says join our Facebook group. And then also, guys, once again, the first 2 links is the sheets and the towels if you want to buy them. Man, this is kind of exploding here. This is crazy.
This is great.
Okay.
I love it.
Test, 1, 2, 3. Your videos are awesome. Yes. Julie.
Yes.
Super cool.
Listen, the videos are really, really a lot of fun, and we're just putting down what it is that we do, documenting it, answering the questions that you guys have. So if you have questions, put them there. We read every single comment. We reply to them. I mean, we're having difficulty keeping up because you guys are so awesome and engaged, and really appreciate that, Charles. I'm going to put you in here a little better. But keep giving us comments and feedbacks and questions and ideas for videos, and that's where we're getting the content that we're putting together. We're going to continue to do it. We're going to hold nothing back. We're going to give you everything we got, the good, bad, ugly. You know, this is real work. It's not necessarily easy, but it's not complicated either. It's just a bunch of little things that you have to do consistently and well, and to do it again and again. And
Andy, we'll definitely keep up the helpful videos.
Oh, totally. The one thing that I want to encourage everybody to do, earlier today on Facebook, I posted a really important article about what people do wrong for their retirement. And probably most of us aren't even thinking about a retirement. We're young, or that's a long way off, or even if we're thinking about it, we're thinking about it maybe in the wrong way. And the video that I'm releasing today, Charles is releasing at 5 o'clock, he said is probably one of the best videos that we've created thus far. And it's really me just sort of telling my story about my why, like why I'm doing this. And it's really important that we each have our own why. The primary reason is because it's hard work, like we just talked about, and Charles posted earlier today that he had an air conditioning problem. There's going to be little bumps along the way. And if you're not doing this for the right reason, or you're not sure why you're doing it, those little reasons can like sidetrack you. Those speed bumps can get you off course, and all of a sudden you just stopped. And the opportunity for what we're doing here at Airbnb, like this is the future, right? Like it's going to be as big, if not bigger, than hotels, and we're all micro entrepreneurs, and we can have one room or a shared room, or we can have one apartment, or we can have one house, or you can do what I've been doing, which is taking the savings and getting a second and a third and a fourth, and now I'm up to 6, and that is my retirement, right? Other people's money, my guests at Airbnb, are paying for my mortgage and all of my expenses, and then after 15 years, I own these properties outright, and that's my retirement. So it's not a you don't have to be a rocket scientist. I'm no rocket scientist, but I've just got a plan, and it's working well, and I'm sharing it with you guys.
She says she had her worst guest on Monday, but keep it pushing.
You know what? I don't know what your first name is.
Dawn TV.
Okay. Dawn TV. I just had a terrible experience. When was it? 2 days ago?
Yeah.
I had
we were
somebody
filming in here.
Yeah, we were actually filming this course that I'm putting together, and I got a nasty phone call from this woman who's just, there was nothing I could say. I couldn't even interrupt her. She was just really, really upset. And I think ultimately when I look back on it, you know, I said very clearly in the description, I'm a super host, and it's really clear and evident. It says that there's 2 bedrooms and 3 beds, which there are. And she must have thought it was 3 bedrooms. And when she walked in, she said, this says 3 bedrooms, which it doesn't. And this isn't what I wanted, and this isn't my expectation. And she was just really, really upset. And, you know, this is New York City in June, so there's like flies and bugs outside, but it's New York City. It's not related to me or my property or my hosting or anything. There's nothing I can do about New York City. It's just, you know, that's where you elected to come. That's where my place is. And she was just picking everything apart. This, that. I can't stay. I can't. It's not to my expectations. I must leave. Refund me my money. And I basically offered her money back. I said, you know, if it's not to your satisfaction, go ahead and leave. And she was like, no, I can't leave now. I have to leave tomorrow. And I was kind of like, well, if it's that bad, then leave now. The last thing I want anybody to do is be inconvenienced or uncomfortable. And she was just like really, really angry and like all in my face. And, you know, at the end of the day, the next day, I refunded her the money for the remaining stays. There was 3 nights that she walked away from, and I started to do a little bit of like more work on it. And it was her very first experience on Airbnb. She had no reviews. I have a lot of people that have never had an experience on Airbnb, and they're great guests. So I don't want to draw that conclusion. But I have filmed a video. It's on this YouTube channel that there's just some people that you can't please. Like no matter what you do, you can't please them. And I think it's probably more difficult if they've never used Airbnb, because she might be used to staying at like the Four Seasons or the Ritz-Carlton hotels, and she thought she was getting this unbelievable brownstone in New York City. And I mean, it's fantastic. That's why I have 100 and something 5-star reviews, but they may not be what she was looking for. And so the point is, you're going to have your worst guest ever. You may even have 2 worst guests ever, but let's keep it in perspective. If I have an experience like that, it happens maybe once a year, maybe twice a year. And then on the flip side of it, I'm generating all this income towards my why, which is to fund my retirement and own these homes outright all across the country, places that I want to live and retire to. And like, that's just such a greater purpose that this little thing or a broken air conditioner or a Dawn TV, your worst guest ever, not a big deal, right? It's just sort of like the cost of doing business, brush it off, keep moving, keep doing what you're doing. And that's it. And so I'm finding communicating with you guys and building this community and learning from you super helpful. And this course that we were working on when we stopped this right now isn't even really an Airbnb course as much as it is a planning about, you know, how to prepare for your life and take assessment of where you are and start to think about where you want to be and how many different properties. And it's literally just what I've been doing, what I've been executing, my plan. We're putting it down for others in case people either aren't quite as entrepreneurial or they don't really know where to get started. Maybe they've never applied for a mortgage. Maybe they don't, you know, that whole like process could be really daunting. And it's real granular. It's just sort of like, here it is. It's not for everyone, but for those people that need their hand held, I think it's unbelievable. Charles, as we're filming this stuff, is like, this is super helpful. Like no one's ever told him any of this, and to put it all together. I've been doing this for 20 some odd years. So for me, it's second nature, but for many, it's not. And I grew up in a family where my father was an entrepreneur. And so some of these things that I do, I just take for granted, but I also think it's really opportune to help others. And that's what we're doing.
Right.
Are there more questions here?
Dawn just says, just keep swimming.
Yeah, that's it.
Julie's hustling.
Love
going
that.
out during her lunch to clean her house for her next guests, I assume. Just a lot of.
Was she the one who asked about the cleaning fee? We just had a question recently. We just had somebody saying that they were working an awful lot to keep up with the cleaning, and should they charge a cleaning fee, and should they hire a cleaner? And I think the answer is yes. Stop thinking about the Airbnb that you're running, even if it's in your own home or your spare bedroom or whatever, as like something that you do individually, and start to think of it a little bit more like a business is my advice. And in a business, you wouldn't be cleaning, you know, every single time. You would hire somebody. And if you have to hire somebody, it's totally legitimate and standard to charge for that cleaning fee. In fact, I actually make money on most of my cleaning fees. And the reason I do that is because there are broken things, incidentals, like broken wine glass or something, and I don't take that out of the security deposit. But if over time I make $20 extra every time that somebody cleans, or maybe something's really dirty and I have to pay my cleaning team $20 more, there's this little slush fund. I don't actually like make money and profit per se, but I just like to keep this little cushion so that I'm always protected. And I don't think I've ever had anybody not stay with me because of the cleaning fee. In fact, most of my guests, and you want to try and get people that are like-minded, most of my guests probably like paying a cleaning fee because then they know it's professionally cleaned. And it's this weird inverse relationship where almost like the more you charge, the more it seems like it's worthwhile. Now, within reason, and in that video, we give guidelines of sort of how to think about it. But unless you enjoy cleaning your place at lunch, and that's sustainable for the next 15 years or 30 years until you own your property outright, I'd start to think about, like, this is a business. Who's going to clean it? How are they going to clean it? How much are they going to charge me? How much am I going to charge my guests, and so on.
Andre Gonzalez, can you do a video of starting a new Airbnb unit with a budget? So that's probably the one I could do.
Yeah.
Right? So this would be a good time for you to talk about your 55-day trip. And Richard's going to be going away for 55 days, and we've been filming all these videos to keep up with the YouTube channel while he's gone. But I'm going to come in here and actually make a few videos. And like Richard said earlier, I started on a budget. I didn't even have an extra room. I invested less than $1,000, and I paid it off in the first few weeks. So I think I have some good insight on that. So I'm definitely going to make a video.
Totally great insight. And to anybody who wants to participate in this webinar, let us know. But the webinar and into the course, we talk about how to use Airbnb to fund your why, whatever that may be, even if you don't have any real estate that you own. And what we're talking about is ways to monetize the existing property and some other ideas, and to save money so that you get your first property. So that's not necessarily how to decorate on a budget per se, but it's like, if you don't have money and you don't own real estate, how can you get started on this sort of journey and start to accumulate some money so that you can buy properties?
Bye, Dawn. She's got to go clean.
Dawn, I hope that was helpful.
Steven says, what are we going to do without you? You're still going to be around. You'll still be around.
Oh, yeah. By the way, just to be really clear, and you should follow me. I've got a website, richardfurtick.com. There's a tab up there. If I knew the URL, I would just say the URL, but I'm not that smart. But go to richardfurtick.com, and then in the upper right-hand corner, I think in orange, it says like 55-day epic journey, and it'll show you the map of where I'm going. It's like 44,000 miles or something like that, and 6 countries and 2 continents, and I'm going to be hiking 110 miles with my 3 daughters. They're age 12, 12, and 15, and I actually wrote about this in Forbes. I think that's on my website too. Anyway, the point is, I'm staying in Airbnbs. The first place I'm staying when I land, the first place I'm going to is India. I'm meeting my development team that I've never met. They run a lot of my businesses and put together the websites and a lot of the technology behind the scenes. They work with me. They put together the guidebook. They're putting together a portal that we're creating for users of short-term rental secrets, where we're going to ask people to put like their why there and their photo and timeline. So I'm 47 years old. I want to retire when I'm 65. That you have 17 years and 42 days and 12 hours or whatever, and then specific goals for me. I want to own my first Airbnb. I want to host my first time. I want to sell my first property, whatever it is. And we're going to try and motivate people and keep people motivated and give reminders and post updates and get social with goals, right?
I think it's going to be some really cool stuff, and you'll be in the Facebook group. And
oh yeah,
no, this isn't stopping. The train doesn't stop.
Right. So we're going to continue to post 3 times a week, probably actually more, because a lot of the things that I'm doing when I get abroad is staying in Airbnbs. So when I land in Mumbai, I'm staying in this really cool like pod thing. It's like a modular little chamber, which is an Airbnb. And then I'm going to the countryside and I'm staying in a house, doing it local. And then I'm going to go to Bali. I'm going to meet some super hosts over there. And I'm going to do, I don't know if it's live or if it's going to be just filmed. But the point is, we've got the episodes that you need Monday, Wednesday, Friday, like that's all taken care of. Charles is going to be filling in supplemental, and above and beyond that, I'm going to be doing even more supplemental stuff with like real-time world kind of cool stuff. And then on that trek that I talked about, again, and if you want to follow this, go to richardfurtick.com, put in your email address, and then go to the upper right-hand corner. You'll see the map and everything that we're doing. But when I go on this trek, which is really cool, it's 3 different countries. In the Alps. We're going, I think we start in Switzerland, and then we hike 10 miles a day for 10 days. It's 110 miles total. If it doesn't fit in our backpack, it doesn't come with us. But interestingly, I'm going to film what I'm taking, but I'm taking, a 4K camera, my phone, a drone, a microphone. Like I'm creating more. I probably have more content than change of clothes, which is great from where you guys stand, because you're going to benefit from the content and not have to deal with like the smell. I'm just kidding. I'm going to be pretty hygienic along the way, but lots of content. And when I do this hike thing, it's called a hut-to-hut hike because we hike 10 miles in this circle, and then we stay in a little hut. So think of that as like a bed and breakfast. It's not an Airbnb per se, but I'm going to be learning how people host and what this looks like, and I'm documenting it. So a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah. Let me just point out, Chris Thomas just purchased some sheets and some towels. So thank you, Chris.
Chris, you're the man. Thank you. Happy hosting.
And if anyone wants, the links are in the description.
Okay. Do we have any more questions, or I think we got to get back to filming this?
We do.
Course and content and.
Yeah. They're saying no, don't go away.
Listen, it's going to be more interesting with me away, and we've got unbelievable videos. Thanks to you and the support and the engagement and so on, we're doubling down on our commitment. We're far from like slowing down. In fact, we already started talking about in September going to 5 days a week. So does that sound good? There's tons of
make up for it.
Yeah, there's tons of amazing things happening, and it's the real stuff, right? You're going to hear about my bad experience with the guests who checked out. You're going to hear about Charles and his air conditioning. I want you to share it with us. We're here as part of the community to support one another. You're not alone. We all have bad experiences. We all get 1 stars. It's how you deal with that and how you recover from it. And the best way to do that is to have your why. So if you joined us late, and a couple people have come in recently, go to the Facebook group, Short-Term Rental Secrets, ask for access, and check out the article that I posted this morning about why people are doing, why they're thinking about retirement wrong. And that's exactly what we had just filmed yesterday, was sort of, let's think about this slightly differently. Let's realize that we're all totally in control of our own destiny, and we have to make it happen. And even though we may have great jobs and W-2 income and 401ks and so on and so forth, look, maybe you don't know this about me, but I used to run a $4 billion hedge fund. I was in finance, I have an MBA, all this nonsense. None of that really matters is the point, because in 2009, I actually got fired, right? So I went from like being really up here and doing super well to unemployment line. And talk about an identity crisis and finding myself and figuring it out. Quickly had to figure it all out, reinvent myself. I became an entrepreneur, and I'm self-reliant. I have no W-2. Recently separated from my wife. She, after 25 years, decided that she was on a different program and plan, which painful and sad and grieving and so on. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but talk about like digging down and deep and being self-reliant. Like, it's me, and my priorities are my kids and me and my business and my retirement, and we're making it happen. And I'm not looking for any sympathy or pity or give me's or 401k. Like, stock market returns are low, bond returns are non-existent. It's likely to continue that way for as long as possible. So what's the plan? Well, I'm sharing with you my 15-year plan on tonight's video.
Some people are just now getting in. Yeah, we already announced the winners. I'll put them in the description afterwards if you're getting here late.
Cool.
Put all the winners there. So once again, if you won, go to Facebook, the Short-Term Rental Secrets Facebook page. Just message us. We'll send you a link. We'll send it to you after that.
Yeah, and one more blatant plug. Please go to richardfurtick.com. Put your email address in there to stay updated with my trips. I think you're going to find it really interesting. I'm going to be posting on Instagram stories personally. What is it at? My Instagram is I'm Richard Furtick. I am Richard Furtick. I'm going to be using the Instagram stories on a daily basis, multiple times a day, to sort of journal my trip. I did a similar trip in 1991 when I graduated from college, and I kept a manual journal. And I just found that the other day, and I was reading through it, and that was really helpful. But back then, there was no Instagram or even cell phones, so I did it written. I'm going to use the technology that we have at our fingertips, and I'm going to document it. And because I'm having so much fun creating content and building this community, I'm going to share it. And hopefully you guys find it interesting, inspirational. I want comments and feedback because it'll direct, content that we create. So you guys are the best. I really, really appreciate your time and your interest. And I can't tell you how gratifying it is when you give feedback that, we're helping you and you're growing your business and you've got this future that you didn't know, or whatever it is in your own words. It's just really amazing. And I couldn't be more grateful. So thank you so much, guys. Congratulations to the winners.
Yes.
Happy hosting. 5 p.m. tonight, the most important video that I think we've released yet. My personal 15-year plan, the why behind I'm doing what I'm doing.
Let me throw in one more plug. Next week, we'll do another giveaway. Not as big as this one. Not as big as this one. We'll tell you more later. We're going to do another one next Friday, I believe.
Right. And follow us Instagram at shorttermrentalsecrets.com. Join the Facebook group. You're already here on YouTube, but that doesn't mean you subscribed. So if you haven't, please subscribe. and come over to my website, give us your email, stay in touch. And, you know, we're just really getting this party started. We're getting our sea legs. We're understanding what's happening, what's resonating. Your feedback is helpful, and I really, really, really appreciate it. So
big hugs to you too, Julie. Congratulations on winning.
All right, cool. And if anybody's interested in that webinar, just whatever. What did they do? Message us?
Sure.
We'll send you a link. All right, guys. Have a great day. Take care. Have a good weekend, too. Bye-bye.